everybody. So welcome back to part 2 of my review of the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. So as I said in the previous video, I did get this as an early birthday gift from Skylar. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to make some bows. We're actually just going to make one. We're not going to make a bunch of them. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you remember, our punch board does open up like so. And your scoring tool is here on the side. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that out. So now I'm just going to make a small bow. So we have the measurements on what size you should cut your paper over here for bow. And it says number 2, and we're going to make a small bow. So you want your paper width to be 1 inch, and you're going to cut a piece 1 inch wide by 8 inches long, and then you're going to cut another piece 4 inches, or I'm sorry, 4¼ inches in length and 1 inch in width. So all your pieces are actually 1 inch in width, and then you're going to do your length. And then you're going to also cut a piece 1 inch by 1/4 inch. Now I know that's kind of hard to see, so what I'll do is I'll take a snapshot of this and make it a little closer so you can see actually where you are supposed to get your measurements and so forth. So I've already gone ahead and cut out my pieces, and I'm actually using, if you watch my videos, you've seen this pink paper before. I got this, I don't know how many years ago, from some paper that my job was throwing out in the garbage, and I kind of got it out of the garbage, I guess you can say. And I've been using it every so often. I have tons of it to go ahead and just use it for, in this case, for practice or a demo type video. And what I did just so I could make it a little bit different is I just took my pocket silhouette stamp set and some ink and just stamped out some little flowers on it. So, and we have one more little piece here. This little piece here is for you to put around your bow. It's very, very tiny, so I'm going to put that over there so I don't lose it. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is, it's going to say for your piece that measures 1 inch by 8 inch, you're going to punch at 4 inches. So we're just going to line this up, and we're going to go to the 4 inch mark, and we're going to go ahead and just punch. So that's our first punch. And then what you'll do is you're just going to flip it over, and you're going to go to the 4 inch mark again, and you're going to punch. So that's your first step. So now our next step is we want to go ahead and we are going to punch our ends so that we can fold that in to make our bow. And actually, we probably should be doing this on this side. Okay, so our next step is, right here there's a line that says bow guide. And I'll move in just a little bit here so you can see that. Maybe we'll move this sign out of the way so then you can really see. So we're going to go to where it says bow guide, which is right here, and we're going to line up our cardstock along that line and just go straight up, and you'll stop where your paper stops at, and then you're just going to punch. And then what you want to do is you want to flip it over, and you're going to line it up again. And it's okay if you're just a little off. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll punch. So that's our first one. So then we'll just flip this over to this side, and once again we'll line it up again, and you'll punch. And then you'll flip it over, line it up, and you'll punch. Okay, so we have our first part to our bow. So now you're going to take your 1" by 4 1/4 inch strip, and you are going to line this up according to the chart to 2 1/8. So we're going to find the 2 1/8 mark, which is right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to punch. And then you'll flip it over, and you'll do that again on the other side, and you'll punch. Okay, now what you want to do next with this piece is, there are on your punch here, it says center marks. So you want to kind of line this up with the center marks. And as I said, it's okay if you don't get it right on the money. What I do is kind of try to put it in the middle of this bow guide line here. So that's about right. And then you'll just punch down. And what you're trying to do is get your little points here. And then you just flip it over, and once again you'll line it up. And as I said, you don't have to be accurate. And then you'll punch. And as you can see, mine didn't all come out the same. And so that's it for what you'll need the punch board for. So now let's put this bow together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some tape, and I'm just going to use my Tombow and get some tape on here on each side, and get a piece of tape here, and then you'll fold this in like so. And I kind of bend it a little bit, and then you'll fold this side in, and then I bend it up a little bit like that. So this is what you have. And I would use probably some heavier tape, but for demonstration purposes I'm just going to use the Tombow. But I probably would use either some score tape or maybe even my ATG gun. So that's one part of our bow. And then you'll take your little piece that measures 1" by 1/4 inch, and you're just going to fold this over. As you can see, you just take this and fold it over like so. And then you can add some tape on the back of here if you want to put those two together so that they meet. And actually, you don't have to. You can just make sure you just fold it down like I just did here. It's kind of tiny there to see. And then what you'll do is you can, as I said, you can put some tape on the back of here if you want, but I'm actually going to put my tape in the middle, and I would use probably a heavier tape for sure. And you'll just put this on top and press down, and then you have your bow, which looks like this. So, pretty simple, huh? And I know I could probably do this with my silhouette as well, because I do have some bow files with my silhouette, but there's times when I don't want to just go ahead and pull out the silhouette and open up the software and get the paper loaded on my mat and so forth. So I'd have to say I'd give this an A+ for making bows. So now let's move on and let's make a box. Okay everybody, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a box. So that would be number 3 of your 1, 2, 3 punch board. So let's open up our board, and we're just going to make a box that measures 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 by 1 3/4. So if I go here and look on my chart, to make that size box, which is right here, we are going to cut our paper size 7 inches. So it'll be a 7 by 7 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to be using some of the pink cardstock, and just because I wanted to try out something that I had bought years and years and years ago. As you recall, I did say I'm trying to start using some of the supplies that I've bought in previous years and have either never used or maybe used once. And I have to say that I never use this tool. And this is what it is. I don't even know if you can purchase this. You probably could purchase it on eBay. I have not seen it at a craft fair, but it's called the Color Box or Color Toolbox Stylus Tool. And what it is it basically, you take this tool and you pop it into one of these and pull it out, and then you can just stamp wherever you want. So I kind of that out. I believe I used this one right here, and I took it out and I just inked my little pad here, and I just stamped randomly all over the paper just because I wanted to. Actually, I'll tell you how I ended up using this. I was looking for the cardstock, the pink cardstock, and I found, while looking for the pink cardstock, I found this tool. So I thought, oh, I might as well use it just to do this demo. So I'm going to put this away, and let's go ahead and start making our box. So now, the first thing you want to do is, and this is something that I discovered that I didn't realize, but there's a score extender piece right here. And I actually found this by watching someone else's video on how to use this product. And it extends out like so. So now you can use your 12 by 12 sheet of paper to extend out when you have to score. So we are going to need this to score our card here, our box. So the first thing it tells you that you're supposed to do is you're going to start by placing your cardstock on the start line, which is right here for boxes, and we're going to put this on the medium or the M, and you're going to score along here because you do have a box line right here. So you'll score here, and then you're going to, it wants you for your diagonal line to score on the small. So that would be here, but before you do that, you're going to score your diagonal line here, and I'll bring the paper up so you can see. That's for scoring line B, which is what you all need to do. So I'm going to make sure I put this back in here the way I had it. And I believe I'm a little off on that line, so I'm going to rescore that. Okay. So now we're going to score here, down, like so. And then it tells you for your diagonal line, you're going to score here. So you're going to go to the S, because it wants you to go to the S, which is the small, and you're just going to score where they intersect, which is right there. And then don't forget to do this step, punch. So you can punch first and then do your score. It's up to you how you want to do it. So now you're going to rotate your paper 90 degrees. You're going to go back to the M or the medium, and you'll repeat that step. So you'll score, and then you'll come over here and you'll score, and sometimes getting your stay in there, your scoring tool, you got to make sure you get it in the right spot. So it's kind of like lined up against this point here. And then you'll score down to your intersecting line again, like so. And you'll punch, and then you'll repeat that process again. So I'm going to go ahead and score all of these, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what you'll do next. Okay, so I've got all my sides scored. So you're probably wondering, there's something wrong here. Where's her piece for over in here and over in here? Well, what you'll do is you'll flip this over, and then you're just going to line it up on the medium score line, and you'll just punch. You don't have to do any more scoring. You'll turn it 90 degrees, and you'll punch. And turn it another 90, and then you'll punch again. You want to make sure you got all your punches there. So now you're basically ready to put your box together. So we're going to close up and put our scoring tool away. And I have tons of scoring tools, because the one thing I like about the We Are Memory Keepers products is when you're buying these boards, they do give you a scoring tool for each product, so you don't have to worry about if you've misplaced one, you've always got another one. And they also have it with their paper trimmer as well. So shouldn't have put that away, because we are going to have to score all of our fold marks that we've done here. So what you'll do next is just start scoring. So score down here, and when you do this, make sure you score very well, because it makes your box come out a lot neater when you do that. So I'm going to go through and score all of my scores here, and we'll score along here, and then want to make sure I've done that side. And I even make sure, because what you'll do is fold this in like that, so I'm going to make sure I even score these as well. And let's see here. Oh, I missed a score here. So I'm going to score that, and that's going to get pushed in like so and scored. So I'm going to score down in there. I know it may seem like a lot of scoring, but it makes your box so much neater when you do this. And that one, let's score that one. And I think we've got them all scored now. So basically, oh, I forgot the most important step, closing the box. Now, when I made the envelope, I said I was missing the piece to do the rounded corner. At least I thought I was missing that, because if you look at the original We Are Memory Keeper board for making envelopes, there is a little slant back here for you to place your envelope, and then you punch, and that's how you get the rounded corner. Well, that's what I was looking for with this tool. And when I did the envelope, and I'm like, hey, they don't have it. I'm looking all back here. I thought, do I need to lift this up? Maybe it's back there. It's actually right here in the corner. So you just put your envelope there, and then you punch. So for the box, it's on the other side. It says corner splitter, and what you do is you take your points, you put them inside like so, and you punch. And what it does is it gives you a little slit there. So we'll do that all the way around. It's not that difficult to punch. It's just the way I'm sitting in the chair, and I don't have this up close to me. I wasn't able to get it in there, but I promise you it's not that hard to punch this. Okay, so now we're all set. So I actually found that out also by watching someone else's video that did a review on this product. I was like, I can't believe they don't have that piece on there. So I just needed to look at my actual punch board. So what you'll do is you'll start by closing up that one piece, and then you'll bring this piece in and connect that, and might be some problem with my scoring. I was a little off there, so I'm going to bring this just closer to me so I can get this in here. Okay, everybody, so I ended up having to remake another box because I actually tore my tab piece when I was trying to put the box together. You have to be careful that you make sure you score exactly on the right score mark, because when I was putting this together, it just would not close all the way and go into these little notches. So I ended up having to make another box, and I didn't do any rubber stamping or anything on there because this is just actually a product demo. So what you'll do is, like I said, you need to make sure you score these inside pieces here. When you're using the punch board, score them exactly on the right marks. You have to make sure that when you are, move this to the side, when you are scoring your piece to intersect with your diagonal, that these pieces actually do intersect with each other when you score it, because if they don't and you're just a little off, I found that the box was hard to close. So that's just takes practice, and with this being the second time that I've done this, I just know I need to practice a little bit more. So we'll go back to putting the box together. Now I would recommend also that you put tape in between here. You don't have to, but I would. I'm not going to do it for demonstration purposes, but what you'll do is you'll close up the one side like so, and then you'll close up this side, and then this is to meet, and it closes. And I promise you, this is not that difficult. This is, like I said, this is my second box that I've made, so I just got to perfect my scoring technique. So we'll try this again. And it probably would be a lot easier if I did tape them together, my side pieces. So this is how I tore it before, because I was pulling too hard. But they are to intersect and meet in the middle. So, like so. So I would suggest putting tape in between here. It'll probably intersect and fit better. But there you have it. There is your box. So, all in all, there are other pieces to this that came with the HSN deal that Skylar got me. There is also a pennant or banner punch board. So I'm going to come back in another video and do a review of this one. So all in all, for the punch board 123, I would give this, and here's my envelopes box from before and my envelope. I would give this product, let me to the side, and let's back up some so you can see this. So here's our bow, which like I said, I didn't use a thick tape. So we'll put that back together. There's our bow and our box and our envelope and our envelope box. So I would give this product an A+. I really like it, and I can't wait to make more things using the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. So thanks for watching, everybody, and come back for part 3 when we will be making a banner.